Now the next problem is, when a system is taken from state X to state Y, 30 kilojoule of heat flows into the system and the system does 10 kilojoule of work. Okay. Now we bring the system from position X to position Y. Okay. So when the system moves from X to Y, 30 kilojoule of heat is flows into the system, means heat coming inside the system is 30 and system does 10 kilojoule of work, matlab this much of amount of the work is coming out. So what is E in? E in is nothing but it is heat input, that is 30 kilojoule, and what is E out, which is coming out of the system? It is nothing but it is W, which is 8 kilojoule of 10 kilojoule of work. Okay, so this is 10 kilojoule of work. So by using the first law, E in minus E out is equal to delta E system. That delta E may be taken as delta U because I am neglecting the kinetic and potential energy. So what is E in? That is heat minus what is coming out, that is work, is delta U. So delta U is final, that is Uy minus initial Ux. So Uy minus Ux, this is nothing but 20 kilojoule. Now the system is returning back from Y to X through some another means in which 8 kilojoule of work is being done. 8 kilojoule of work is being done as given in the question. So E in, this is process Y to X. So what is E in? E in is nothing but it is the work done and which is equal to 8 kilojoule. Okay, let E out is our heat which we have to calculate. So as per the first law of thermodynamics, E in minus E out is equal to delta E. What is delta E here? That is delta U, and system is moving from Y to X, so final will be Ux minus Uy. So what is the value of Ux minus Uy? Uy minus Ux is 20 kilojoule, we have already calculated, so this value is nothing but it is minus 20 kilojoule. What is E in is the work done, that is 8 minus Q is equal to 20 minus 20. So Q comes out to be 28 kilojoule, means 28 kilojoule of heat is coming out, that is this much amount of heat is liberated. So 28 kilojoule of heat is liberated. So this was the question asked in engineering services examination in 2015, in which you have to just remember how to use the first law of thermodynamics, and always remember whenever there is a change, then change will always be final minus initial. Now let's do some more problems. The next problem is, the piston of an oil engine of area 0.0045 meter square moves downwards 75 millimeter. Okay, so this is the area of the piston and it moves downwards by 75 millimeter. So what is the volume? So first, volume of piston or volume of gas by piston movement is equal to area into distance. Let this volume may be written as V. So what is the area? The area is 0.0045 and the displacement is 75 mm. 0.0045 meter square into 75 mm divided by 1000, this much meter cube. So its value is 0.000375, 0.000375 meter cube. This much amount of the area volume is basically used. Okay. Now what the question says? Drawing of fresh air from the atmosphere. Okay. The pressure in the cylinder is uniform during the process at 80 kilopascal, while the atmospheric pressure is 101.325 kilopascal. So we have kept the pressure at 80 kilopascal. This is the constant. So pressure remains constant. The pressure is constant and 80 kilopascal. The difference being due to the flow resistance is induction pipe and inlet valve. Estimate the displacement work by the air finally in the cylinder. So displacement work is equal to P delta V, where P is the pressure which is constant, that is 80 kilopascal into 10 raised to the power 3 into 0.000375 meter cube. So once you calculate it, so its value will be 27 joule. So this much amount of the work has been done. Basically he asking how much of the displacement work. So displacement work is nothing but it is the pressure multiplied by its volume. So change in volume was this much and pressure remains constant, that is 80 kilopascal, which always works against the atmospheric pressure. So this pressure, we will using this pressure, this multiplied by change in volume will give you the 27 joule of the work done. This was a simple question. Now do one more problem. The question is, a mass of 1.5 kilogram of air is compressed in a quasi-static process. Okay, from 0.1 megapascal to 0.7 megapascal. Now the air is being compressed. So if you see, now air is compressed from state 1 to state 2. This is the PV diagram of this compression. What is the final pressure? Initially pressure was 0.1 megapascal to 0.7 megapascal. So this is 0.1 megapascal. This pressure is in megapascal, let us assume, and here its value is 0.7 megapascal, for which PV is equal to constant. PV is equal to constant means it's an isothermal process. So this process is PV is equal to constant. The initial density of air is given, that is 1.16 kilogram per meter cube. The density is been given and mass is given to us. So from here we can easily find out what is the volume. Find the work done by the piston to compress the air. Okay. So initial density of air is equal to how much? 1.16 kilogram per meter cube, and mass of air is 1.5 kg. So initial volume will be is equal to 1.5, that is mass divided by density, that is 1.16, this much meter cube. This is the initial volume. Okay, now the gas is compressed from state 1 to state 2 and their pressures are being given. So we can use the relation P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. So from here we can find out the final volume, and this final volume comes to be P1 V1 divided by V2 P2. The value of P1 and P2 are known to us. So work done, we have to calculate the work done. So what is the work done? Work done for an isothermal process is nothing but it is P1 V1 ln V2 upon V1. So P1, what is the value of P1? 0.1 megapascal into 10 raised to the power 6 into V1 is 1.5 divided by 1.16 ln V2 upon V1. If you see, that is V2 upon V1 is nothing but it is P1 upon P2. So this comes to be, and what is P1? P1 is 0.1 and P2 is 0.7. So this is 1 upon 7. So this value will comes to be negative minus 10 raised to the power 5 into 1.5 upon 1.16 ln 7. Once you calculate this value, you will get the answer of this is 1 megajoule. Sorry, answer is 253, 251. You calculate it, so it becomes 251.6 kilojoule. The negative sign shows that this much amount of the work is done onto the system. So this was the question. So it's a simple question, only you have to use the work done for an isothermal process, and the value is P1 V1 ln V2 upon V1, which we have already proved. Now the next problem is, determine the total work done by a gas system following an expansion process as shown in this figure. In this figure it is shown that from A to B and it's moved from B to C. So A to B is an isobaric process and B to C is a polytropic process. PV raised to the power 1.3 is equal to constant. Here the pressure is 50 bar. At A the volume is 0.2, at B volume is 0.4, and at C the volume is 0.8 meter cube. We have to calculate the total work done. First we will just draw the figure. Figure is from this is A to B and this is from B to C. Let us assume this is A to B at constant pressure and B to C for PV की power 1.3 is equal to constant, which is given. So PA, that is pressure at A, is equal to pressure at B, and the value is 50 bar. Is 50 bar. VA, what is the volume at A? Is 0.2 meter cube. Volume at B is 0.4 meter cube, and the volume at C is 0.8 meter cube. So from A to B work done, the total work done W is nothing but it is W from A to B plus W from B to C. So WA to B is easy, which is the area of this curve, is this one, that is WA to B, and WB to C is this dotted area that we have to calculate. So before doing this, we will first calculate what is the pressure at point C. So PB VB raised to the power 1.3 is equal to PC VC raised to the power 1.3. So pressure at point C is, pressure at B is 50 bar, into VB upon VC, that is 0.4 upon 0.8 raised to the power 1.3. So this much of bar is the pressure at point C. Okay, so total work done will be equal to WAB, area of this one. So what is this height? This height is 50 into 10 raised to the power 5 into base. What is the base? That is VB minus VA. That comes to be 0.4 minus 0.2. So this comes to be 0.2 plus what is the work done for BC process? For BC it is polytropic process, and work done in polytropic process is Pi Vi minus Pf Vf upon n minus 1. So this is Pb Vb minus Pc Vc divided by n minus 1. So this, once you calculate it, it should be 1 megajoule plus Pb Vb. What is Pb? 50 bar, that is 50 into 10 raised to the power 5 into Vb. What is the volume? Is 0.4 minus Pc. Pc we have calculated, that is 50 upon 0.4 by 0.8 raised to the power 1.3 into Vc. What is the volume? That comes to be 0.8 divided by n is 1.3. 1.3 minus 1. Once you calculate these value, so you will get the answer is 1.251, that is 2.251. This value is 1.251. Once you calculate this one, so you will get this much megajoule. So the total work done is 2.251 megajoule. So this is the total work done which has been done. This much amount of the work has been done. Okay, so the question was how much work has been done. So 2.251 megajoule, this much amount of the work is been done from A to C through A to B and B to C. Now do some more problem. So the next problem is, if a gas of volume 600 centimeter cube and at a pressure of 100 kilopascal is compressed quasi-statically according to the law PV square is equal to constant. Now again the volume, initial volume and initial pressure is given, and the gas is compressed according to the law PV square is equal to constant until the volume becomes 200 centimeter cube. Determine the final pressure and the work transfer. Okay. So gas is compressed 6000 centimeter cube to 2000 centimeter cube. So let from 1 to 2 the gas has been compressed. The initial volume is given, that is 6000 centimeter cube, to final volume is 2000 centimeter cube, and this law is nothing but it is PV square is equal to constant. Okay, initial pressure is given, and what is the value of initial pressure? 100 kilopascal. 100 kilopascal. So we have to find out the final pressure, that is how much is the final pressure and what is the work done. So I hope this question you can easily solve by using the law P1 V1 square is equal to P2 V2 square. By using this you can get the value of P2, which comes to be P1 into V1 upon V2 whole square. What is the P1? P1 is 100 kilopascal into V1 is 6000 by 2000. So this is 6000 by 2000 whole square, this much kilopascal. So work at final pressure. So what is the final pressure? 3 square, that is 9, that is 900 kilopascal. So final pressure will be 900 kilopascal. Okay, now what is the work done? So work done will be, obviously since it is a compression, then the work done will be negative. So this work done will be Pi Vi minus Pf Vf, that is P1 V1 minus P2 V2 divided by n minus 1. What is the value of n? Here n is equal to 2, so this is 2 minus 1, that comes to be 1. So the work done is P1 V1 minus P2 V2. So what is P1? P1 is 100 kilopascal, that is 100 into 10 raised to the power 3, into what is V1? V1 is 6000 centimeter cube. So this is 6000 centimeter cube is 10 raised to the power minus 36 meter cube, minus P2 is 900 kilopascal is 10 raised to the power 3 into V2. What is V2? Is 2000 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. This much amount of the work has been done. So once you calculate it, so this is 3 cancel out, so this is 600 minus this 3 10 raised to the power 3 10 raised to the power 6 cancel, 1800, that is minus 1200 joule. So minus 1200 joule, this negative sign shows that work is done on the system. So the answer is minus 1200 joule or minus 1.2 kilojoule. So this much amount of the work has been done. Okay, so it is an easy question. This type of the question you have already solved, but this type of the question is asked in the GATE examination. So be prepared and be concentrate. And the most important thing is that never do the wrong calculation, because calculation plays a very, very important role. So practice makes you perfect. So now just to make next question, that is the problem number 23. What it says, the flow energy of 0.124 meter cube per minute of the fluid crossing a boundary of a system is 18 kilowatt. This is the flow energy, and this is the total fluid which is crossing a boundary of a system is 18 kilowatt. Find the pressure at this point. So we know that, I am telling here itself, we know that flow work is nothing but it is equal to P into V, where V is the specific volume or total volume. If the flow work is given is 18 kilowatt, that is 18 kilowatt, so 18 into 10 raised to the power 3 is equal to pressure, which we have to calculate, and this volume is 0.124. This is meter cube per minute, so we have to make it in second because it is kilowatt joule per second. So this will be 0.124, this much meter cube per second. So the pressure will be equal to 18 into 60 into 10 raised to the power 3 divided by 124, this much pascal, and once you calculate this, you will get 8709 kilopascal. So this was a very easy question, and this question, the only thing is that you remember that the flow work is nothing but it is P into V, which we have already discussed. Now the next problem is, this question was asked in Indian Forest Service examination in 1999. The question is, what question says, assume an automobile tire has a constant volume of 0.06 meter cube. Okay, the volume of the tire is constant. So volume of tire is constant, and this is equal to 0.06 meter cube, and initial pressure and temperature are 1.9 bar and 21 degrees centigrade. So let the initial pressure is 1.9 bar and initial temperature is 21 degrees centigrade, that is 273 plus 21, that is 294 Kelvin. So this is the initial pressure and temperature. Sorry. If this tire is driven on a hot road, okay, heat is transferred to the air in the tire at a rate of 0.7 kilojoule per kilometer. Okay. How many kilometers of the driving will be required to raise the tire pressure to 2.9 bar? Now the final pressure is 2.9 bar. we have to calculate how to let d kilometer is the distance covered by tire. So we have to calculate this d, how much distance the tire has been covered once the temperature raised to 2.9 bar from 1.9 bar. And since the volume of the tire remains constant, so now see, since the volume remains constant, so we can apply that P1 upon T1 is equal to P2 upon T2. So what would be the final temperature? So final temperature T2 comes to be, final temperature T2 is equal to P1 T1 upon P2. So what is P1? We have written 1.9 bar. T1, what is T1? 21, that is 294 upon just a minute. What he says that initial pressure and temperature is 1.9 bar and 21 degree centigrade, and 2.9 bar is the final. So P1 upon T1 is equal to P2 upon T2. So T2 comes to be P2 into T1 upon P1. P2 into T1 upon P1. I am sorry. This is 2.9. What is P2? That is the final pressure is 2.9 upon 1.9. So please make it clear, 2.9 and this is 1.9. Okay, just by this you see it here. So once you calculate, then the final temperature, once you calculate this value, so you will get 448.4 Kelvin. This much amount of the final temperature. Okay, and since the volume is constant, so work done will be equal to 0 and heat transferred will be equal to change in internal energy. Heat transferred, nothing but it is the change in internal energy. So how much heat has been transferred? mCV delta T. What is the value of m? M is nothing but it is P1 V1 upon RT1 using the gas law. CV for an air, I am taking CV is approximately 0.8 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. So it is 0.8 into 10 to the power 3 joule per kilogram Kelvin. And what is temperature? That is T2 minus T1. So Q comes to be m. Once you calculate the mass, that is P1 1.9 into 10 raised to the power 5. V1, what was the initial volume? So initial volume is given as 0.06 meter cube. So this is 0.06 divided by R. What is the value of R? 0.287. 0.287 into 10 raised to the power 3 into T1. Initial temperature was 294. So 294. So this is this much amount of the mass into CV is 0.8 into 10 raised to the power 3 into delta T, that is 448.4 minus 294. Once you calculate, so you will get approximate value of Q comes to be 16.7 kilojoule. So this much amount of the heat has been transferred, and in the question you have been given, in the question you have been given 0.7 kilojoule per kilometer of heat is been transferred. So 0.7 kilojoule per kilometer heat is transferred. So total distance cover D will be nothing but it is 16.7 divided by 0.7, so you will get approximately 23.8 kilometer. Okay, in answer it is 21.433. It is just because I have taken CV is equal to 0.8 and R is 0.287. If you take the correct values of CV, that is gamma R upon gamma minus 1, and once you calculate, so you will get the approximate 21 point something. So I am just giving the idea how to solve this question, and I have taken these values for making our calculation easy. So you just put those values and get the answer, so you will get this answer. So this was the question asked in the Indian Forest Service examination, and this was again a very good question. So I think now we have solved sufficient number of the questions regarding to the first law of thermodynamics. So now I suppose that you people are quite comfortable with first law of thermodynamics and how to apply the first law of thermodynamics while solving the questions. We have already discussed so many questions which have already been asked in engineering services examination, GATE examination, and also in the Indian Forest Service examination. So you just prepare very well for in first law of thermodynamics and do some more problems for this one. Okay, in the next topic we will start another topic, that is your steady flow energy equation. Thank you.